So good evening, everybody. You're welcome to today's end of day market outlook and forecast for the 23rd of May, 2024, brought to you by Trading Pro Nigeria Limited and hosted by your able analyst, Great White. So at Trading Pro is an international multi-award winning Forex brokerage firm with 7 years experience. They just recently won an award at the just concluded Finance Magnet Symposium at South Africa, best retail broker and the best spread broker in Dubai. So what do they offer? They offer, apart from brokerage services, enabling you to trade all financial instruments, they also offer some amazing account types, swap-free accounts, cent accounts, those are what we call rookie accounts for beginning traders. We also offer WhatsApp and Telegram community, whereby trade ideas are shared and trade analysis are done. We also offer online training for advanced students, like we just concluded the advanced class for the advanced online class that starts every Wednesday between 8:30 to 9:30. And we have a physical Zoom training, physical training at our #2 Allen Okpebi Towing Roundabout office. That starts between 9:30 to 12 every Tuesday and Thursday. So that means we are going to be having a physical training tomorrow. For those who are interested to find out how they can participate, you can send me a message or you give me a call on 0 0 090 there is a 9306 1888. So those who would want to find out how they can participate, they could reach out to me using that number and I'll be glad to assist them. So without wasting so much of our time, so let's start off with the economic calendar. So tomorrow being the 23rd, we have lots of high impact news scheduled on the euro. I have so many high impact news scheduled for the euro and the British pound at the same time. Then going into New York, we have unemployment claims and flash manufacturing PMI. So that's out of the way. So we're just going to first do a brief recap. So the objective of the recap is to look at how many of us were around for the New York session recap? Was anybody here for the London recap and New York session outlook today? I think Mr. Tom, yes, Madam Adrian was around. Mr. Tom was around. Hello, Mr. Tom, are you there?
I was around.
Okay. Okay, Madam Kemi, you are around? I think there were 3 people. So let's just briefly, and for those, this is how, when you go into my YouTube link, that's if you get access to the videos, you don't need to start scrolling to move because I go through my pairs orderly, US 100. So like now, I want to look at gold, or let's look at Euro USD, because if we look at the charts, if we look at Euro USD, the Euro USD dropped. Well, I don't know if it was a surprise to some people, but it wasn't a surprise because I said, let's go to the Euro USD. Okay, we're going to be looking at is the Euro USD. And just like I pointed out, this pair is still going to tilt a little bit to the downside, because if we're looking at can you help me tell them to stop making noise? So if the dollar index is still going to move to the upside, this is going to still move to the downside. So we might be looking at price sweeping this low and coming into this structure point here. So this is 4 hour, and what the price do, that's what price did. You can see, that's why it's always important to try and attend the reviews. It's very, very important. You'll be doing yourself a whole lot of favor, and it will improve your trading experience because you'll be banking on my decades of experience to guide you. Because this is EURUSD 4-hour time frame, and I said it's going to sweep here, and it swept it. Because let's see if I said anything further on that. Because why am I looking at this structure point? We have this last down candle before this up move that broke 108. So if you look at that, and that's where price has been stuck. That's where price has been stuck. So let's look at gold, because gold was amazing today. Let's look at gold. This is still tilted to the upside, but it's in a kind of a consolidation. That's what you need to be aware of. Wow, it's within a range candle of this sort. It has failed to take out the low, close below the low, which means if you drop to the 1 hour time frame, you'll be waiting for price to break to the upside for you to take long positions. So that's what we have. Gold. So let's look at gold, what gold has done on its 1 hour chart. So if we look at it on the 1 hour chart compared to this morning, I see that there was a slight move into this fair value gap here, and price is down. If you notice, price is sitting above this level here, which is a 4-hour fair value gap. It's a 4-hour fair value gap, as you can see. Price is not closing below it, so it's acting as a support, lining up with this range candle that I spoke of here. So for this to continue to the downside, it needs to remove this fair value gap here. And for now, that is not happening. So what we are in for now on gold, it's a range. It's a range and it's near the lows. So most likely, I'm of the view it may want to sweep all these lows and continue to the upside. Are we all still together?
Yeah, with you, sir.
So yes, you just need to be careful where it's in a consolidation now, but if you notice on the 15-minute, it has swept this low, but it hasn't been able to close above this high. So that's reason for concern. So it would continue bullish until you get something like this. It has to close above this high, then come in here, then you look for a continuation to the upside. So let me show you guys what gold did. So let's look at gold. If we look at gold, this is gold. Let's go to that 15-minute time frame that I was talking about. This was that 15-minute time frame. If you notice, gold rallied. Can you see it? When I said it broke this low, can you see it rallied? But did it close above 24.18? Hello?
No, it didn't.
It didn't. So what if you were watching this? The moment you saw it do this, below this level, it's going to go down. I think I sold it from here, but I sold it from the 1 minute time frame. That was where I engineered my entry from. I sold it from the 1 minute time frame, somewhere here, because it was at that daily, the previous day's low. That was where I exited at. I exited at all these levels here. But once I saw this rejection, remember what I teach you people about 4-candle move. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Even here, rejection. You would have entered here, your stop is here. So if you're going to ever take a short trade, make sure you have a swing high for a short and a swing low for a long, because it's that swing high. So if price goes above this high, it tells you that your trade is invalidated and you may need to exit the trade. Are we on the same page? Hello?
Yes.
Please come again.
What do you say?
Please repeat what you just said again.
If you want to take a short, let's say you have an area you're looking for a short, you need to have a swing high. That's my 4 candle pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you have it and you take the short, this is where your risk is going to go. Maybe you can give it 5 pips above here, above the swing high or below the swing low. Once that high is taken out, that means your trade is invalidated and you must walk away from that trade, or you reposition yourself. Are we on the same page? So if you look at this now, remember what I always say. You have a high, you have a low, you have a high. The low gets broken. What do? You pick this low to this high. You zone it like this. What the price get to? 50%. And when it got to that 50%, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You sell here. In this case, if you're selling here, you stop conservatively, because this is gold. You put it here. But if you have the deep pocket, your stop is supposed to go here. You see, it's 105. And let me use my other feed. Let me add the fib I normally used to do projections, because there's a fib I used to do projections of my price. So this is it. So if I have this as the fib, if it stops at the 50, my first target is going to be 1% of that range. So if I sold here and I put my stop here at this high, 57 pips to this place is going to give me 77. You get? So these are some things you need to be very, very much aware of when you're taking a trade, so that you don't get sidetracked or lost in your trades. The swing high. So if somebody took a buy here, like now, somebody will say, okay, I'm doing a little bit of teaching now. If somebody says, okay, this is a buy, this is the 4 candle pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 candle pattern, why is it wrong? Can somebody tell me why it's wrong? Can somebody?
The sell move already.
Yes.
Because it just broke a low.
It broke a low and price is in a sell mood. So you don't follow the candles blindly. You first is structure. You must first know what structure is doing. Then you will then know that this is a false move, that it's going to continue down. So you don't get trapped in this type of move, because is this not a clean 4 candle move? This is a clean 4 candle move. So somebody who bought, say, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you bought here, your stop is going to go here and they will hit your stop. Then somebody will say it didn't work. It didn't work because you were buying into the equilibrium of this broken range. That's what you must always understand. Structure first before your candles. If the structure is not clear, don't take the trade. How many of us caught the gold trade? How many of us caught the gold trade? Nobody caught the gold trade. Hello?
Hello?
I didn't trade gold. It
I
was
did not
something
catch it.
that I did.
Hey.
You know that gold, you must have good money to trade gold.
Not good money. You see, the thing with gold is, if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're doing, you can trade gold with a $50 account. If you know what you're doing, it is when you don't know what you're doing that gold can deal with you.
$50.
Yes.
I think it's we're just too slow since morning, so I just lost interest.
I don't lose interest in gold. Though. I cannot lose interest in gold. I don't.
Gold is very good to make money. Also.
Gold is one of the, you see gold and NASDAQ. You see one thing that I keep saying this. You may not, it's not that you don't know how to trade. It might just be that you're trading the wrong pair. That's just it. It might not be that you don't know how to trade. It might be that you're trading the wrong pair. Because you might have a system that does not work very well on slow pairs, but work very well on fast pairs. What you need to do is switch to those fast pairs and start taking trades of them. So that settles it. So let's get into our because this was a beautiful move. If you look at this drop was worth 268 pips. And I think I caught this trade. Let me see. I think I caught this trade. I think I caught this trade. I think I shared
You
it
posted
in.
it in the group now.
Yes, I
I
posted
was
it.
like, this is somebody's salary. Oh. Hey, God.
I posted it in the group. I posted it in the
Somebody's
group.
house rent safe. Hey.
That's the thing with gold. You don't need too many pairs. You just need one. One. You need one pair, one good strategy, and your life has changed. You don't need too many. You just need one and one strategy. Follow it religiously, and your life will change. But when you keep changing pairs and you keep changing strategy, well, it's unfortunate. Things might not go well for you. Because each pair has its own mannerism. Each pair has the way they behave. You get, so you just need to understand that about the pair that you're going to trade. So that's out of the way. Let's get down to what we are looking.
Okay. Going twice. Are you saying that brokers like Trading Pro, you can do micro lot size points? Oh,
Yes, you can do micro lot size on gold. We have a rookie account. You can trade gold on our rookie account.
okay.
The spread on Trading Pro for gold is very small.
Jesus.
I'm telling you, it's not. I've tested it. You know, I have an account. I have an account with Hot Forex and 0.01 on Trading Pro and 0.01 on Hot Forex. You see the difference. Just open a demo account and see it. The spread is smaller. The spread is smaller, and you can find out that you can do more on it. You can do more on it. It's just that gold has closed now. If not, I would have given you guys a live example. I would have shown you a live example. But maybe tomorrow, I'll be able to post screen grab it and share for you guys so that you guys will see what I'm talking about. So let's get down to what we have. So as always, we're going to start with US 100, dollar index, Euro USD, GBP USD, gold, Euro GBP, pound yen, and Euro yen. So for US 100, just like I said, this pair is still, because when you're looking at your pairs or your pair you're trading, this pair on the weekly is still bullish. It is, who can tell me when this pair will change to bearish on the weekly? On this weekly, who can give me an eye? Yes?
It has to take out 16,969.
Exactly. So as long as this remains on this weekly time frame, this pair is still bullish. Then you go to the daily. If you go to the daily now, what do you need to see this pair break? There are two levels here, so you need to pay attention. There are two levels there. What levels do you need to see it break on the daily before you can say it is bearish? There are two levels there.
$18,535.
18,535. 18. No, that one is too far. 18,535. 18,5.
Or
18.
18, 11.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you guys still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I think I just had. Okay, just give me a few minutes. Let me resolve something here. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So first, let's just be brief about it. This low needs to break on the daily. If this low breaks, then that will tell you that you have a short-term high here, and that any rally is going to be an opportunity to see trade price go down here. So the next level you're going to look at is on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, this pair on the 4-hour time frame is still bullish because we have this low here at 18,590 that is still intact. If we drop down to the 1-hour time frame, you can see price came into this range to this point. Do you see it? And now it's moving out of that range. So for the US 100, price is still bullish. So if you hear me say a sell to buy, this is what it looks like. This is a sell to buy. It doesn't mean you can't take part in this sell. You can if you know how to navigate it. So as it's dipping, you sell. Once it gets to your point of interest, you exit and go the other way. So for the US 100, it's still bullish. It's still very, very bullish until you get something like a close below all these levels here. Then you have something like this. So for US 100, price is still bullish on it. The next pair we're going to be looking at is DXY. The dollar index, just like I pointed out, that it's going to run up and it's going to come into this area. Why is this area important? Now let's go down to the other time frames. If you look at dollar index on the weekly, who can tell me what is the bias for dollar index on the weekly? Just looking at the weekly structure, what can you get from the
It's
weekly?
bearish.
Why do you say it's bearish? Why do you say it's
Because
bearish?
it has not broken another higher high. It has not broken a new higher high.
Wow. You've just told
It's
me I have 10
bullish.
minutes more. It's bullish. It's bullish. You have a break of this point.
Okay. I
Yes.
was looking at the other side.
No, you're looking at what you have here. So price has come into this range and is moving out. But if you notice, price is at this high here. That's where price is. And then remember, this is our 3-candle pattern. So if we now go down to the daily, let me be brief. I have less than 10 minutes more. So if we go down to the daily, is this still bullish or bearish?
It's still bullish.
No, it's not bullish. You have this low taken out. It's going to be bullish when you have price going above it.
The previous low have not been broken.
That's been broken. This low here has been broken. It closed it.
No.
You're looking at this
No,
one
I'm
here.
talking.
You're looking at this
Hello,
one,
sir.
Abby. You're looking at this one. You were looking at this one.
Yes.
Exactly.
But
Okay,
you
so you
have
must
this
look
low.
at the low closer. Okay.
Yes, before the external. So since he has broken here, this high has broken this low. This high is going to be protected Until they break this high, it may continue on the downside on the daily.
Okay.
Then
Yes.
if you go to the 4-hour time frame, let's go to the 4-hour time frame. We can see that, what do you see on the 4-hour time frame? It's bearish. You have this low, you
It's
have this
very
high.
on the 4 hours.
So this is a retracement. And if you remember, why is this other block here important? Who can tell me why this other block here is important?
Because it has fair value gap.
Apart from it has fair value
Very
gap,
short that block.
this bearish other block, why is it important?
It's the last other block for the break.
Yes, exactly.
It's the other block that they used to break that previous
Low.
low.
So it will be, if they break here, then you know they are going back up. But if they don't break here, you're going to see a short opportunity back into this range high to this range. So that's what, so going into tomorrow, we might see a bit of a retracement on the dollar index before a continuation to the upside. So if we go down to the 1 hour now, what you'll be watching for on the 1 hour is what price does here. That's what you'll be waiting for. Because price may do something like this. As it's creating this high, it may drop, rally again. Once it breaks and gives you something like this, then you know dollar weakness is setting in. So for now, we are looking at a short-term strength on the lower time frame into a bearish order block. If price cannot break above this order block, it's going to continue to the downside. So the dollar index is still slightly bullish, but it may turn, as this is a retracement. You can see this is a retracement into this broken range. So the next one we're going to be looking at is the Euro USD. Just look like I pointed out. The Euro USD on the 1 hour is bearish. But if you look at it on the 4 hour, it's at this other block. So for this pair, you'll be watching to see any retracement on it might offer a short opportunity. Because the break of this low on the 4 hour points to the fact that we have a short-term top here. So any retracement on this pair is going to offer you opportunity to come into this area. So that's what you'll be looking for tomorrow on the Euro USD.
So that means dollar will still be buying.
Yes, dollar has a greater chance, because if the dollar is to, because you know where the dollar is now, the dollar is at this level. So if the dollar is to retrace down, you're going to have a bullish move on the Euro USD. You're going to have a bullish move on the Euro USD into this broken range. Do you get?
Yes.
It doesn't mean you should buy it, and it doesn't mean you should not buy it. It depends on how they do. Because you know that you have this point to this point. So you'll be waiting for price at the equilibrium. That's just it. The next way we're going to be looking at is GBPUSD. The same outlook for GBPUSD. If you look at the GBPUSD from the daily, it wasn't able to close above this gap. And you see this long upper wick. That points to the fact that the way the Euro USD dropped today, tomorrow may be pound stone. Tomorrow we might see pound, because as you can see already, there's a bearish engulfing here. If you drop down to the 1 hour time frame, what you'll be waiting for tomorrow is for price to break all these levels first. That's, you're going to wait for something like this. Once that happens, you wait for a retracement into this low to this area, for a short to this area, and maybe lower as the price dictates. So for the GBP USD, we're looking for short-term selling tomorrow. Gold for now has weakness. Doesn't mean it has reversed the downside. Except when you wake up tomorrow, you find our price has broken below 23.71. But for this pair, you're going to be watching some levels here. So let me quickly point them out. You're going to be watching some levels. This is what you call inversion levels. Inversion levels. See this fair value gap here? it has one candle up, one candle down. That's on the daily. So this area is going to be very important as possible resistance structure point. So you're going to make it very, very thick. That is 23.97 and 24.00. Then if you drop to the 4-hour time frame, you're going to see the same inversion candle you have here and you have here. So these are areas you'll be watching for price to move into tomorrow and give bearish continuation to the downside, because this low didn't make a new high and price has broken below it. So you have this high to this low as your possible short opportunity. So it depends on what price does here. Depends on what price. If price does not break here and start to retrace, then you know it's going to come down. But if it spikes here and gives a bullish evidence, then you can take a long position into these areas that I have highlighted. So the next is EURGBP. EURGBP is bearish, but with the lineup of news tomorrow, I believe what they are trying to do is to sweep all these lows and rally and go back into the range. Because if you look at the way price is, you see the way they've all lined up. See the way all these levels have lined up. So most likely during the news, they are going to use the news to sweep all these levels. And if that should happen, then the drop on pound may start. So this pair is bearish. Depends on what it does first. If it's to continue down, it needs to go up first. But if it goes down first, then you know it's going to continue into the range within the day. But for now, order flow is down on this pair. So the next one we're going to be looking at is GBPUSD and pound yen. Pound yen is still bullish, just like I highlighted. It has broken the equilibrium of this high to this low, bullish engulfing candle. So for this yen pair, any down move is going to be an opportunity for a buy. Any retracement, because this is your range, this 198.89 to 198.27, that's your dealing range. And you can see there's a fair value gap there. So it may drop there overnight and continue to the upside. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour time frame. Now, this is something you need to pay attention to. Depends on what it does during. If price comes back to take this low, then it's going to continue lower. We need to be aware of that. But for now, it's still bullish. So what am I saying in essence? If you see price take out this low, then most likely if it rallies, it's going to continue down. Because when a low can make a new high, that low becomes a target. Last but not the least, Euro Yen. The same thing too with this pair. This low rallied. This is still bullish, but intraday structure is shifting somehow. This low has rallied, but it didn't take out this high. You can see 169.94, 169.92. So during Asia, for this to continue